Okay, so where we left off in the last video was we were using the Roots View Manager to quickly create all the views that we're going to want for this phased project. So one of the aspects of a phased project is probably going to have more views. So now that we have those views in here, we would need to go in and change the phase of those views. That's not happening with the view manager, so you do that manually. But another thing to consider is that when you're creating the existing context, you're just drawing that or modeling as though that is a complete project. Then you move on to your new construction, then you'll need to do demolition drawings. So those views would be created in the new construction phase, and your phase filter would be set to show previous and demo. So it seems kind of counterintuitive at first, but believe me, it ends up making sense. So yeah, let's get started with the rest of it.
Change your phase to existing, and then if I'm working on something that's existing, I probably want it to be shown as complete until I'm done working on it, right? So these, when you're done working on it and you're just presenting it, which you're probably not going to present just existing, but if you do, then you may want to have the phased graphics on it. If you say show complete, it's going to look like a proposed project, okay? So you can say show previous and demo, which is a little bit more common because your existing are going to be your demo. So even though we say here are our existing views, this is for the modeling portion. This is when I'm just building it up. When I'm done and I want to present what is existing, I'm going to actually change the phase to new construction so that what is there previously is there showing with that phase, with the phase override, but then anything that's been demoed as well in the new construction phase shows with that graphic override. So demo plans should still be in the new construction phase, but while you're building the geometry, this is why I'm saying I'm recommending go with show complete and then phase existing. Okay, and then for your new construction, you would want to say new construction, but show previous and new, and then existing to remain shows with the graphic override for existing, so halftone grays, and then any proposed geometry will show up by category, so just like how you're used to seeing it. Show all is basically like showing it's showing everything it would be if you were going to have a demolition plan on a proposed plan as well. Not really my preference, but it's there. So anyway, show complete would just give you the final product. Okay, so I will switch that over to previous and new. Leave that as is. In this existing one, I'm going to put another elevation in here, and the reason why I'm going to do that is I just wanted you to see that right now you don't see any elevations in here. Okay, I see this elevation because when I select it, the phase of the view, the elevation is actually existing. That is because this phase of this view is existing. So why don't I see any of these other elevations in here is because of the phase is still set to new construction. So let's see, here's my latest existing elevation, but if I grab these guys here and change the view phase to existing, and then I should see these pop up as well. Okay, so I guess the bottom line of what I'm trying to convey in this video is that phasing and the view property of phasing is really important, and I don't think you want to really be changing that back and forth while you're modeling, because if I do that, then the other things that I rely on, like the view properties, will no longer be there. Okay, so you can see that these guys, they're here, but that's the new construction version of this. When I switch this over to existing and I select this, this is actually the north existing. So there's actually two elevations here, but you don't see it because they're right on top of one another when we did the duplicate.
Okay, stay tuned for the next one. We're getting it into talking a little bit more about modeling geometry for phasing. Thanks for watching.